What are your top 5 all-time sports movies?
A League of Their Own.
Oh, the girls' baseball. That's a good movie, bro. Tom Hanks.
Love that movie.
I did
You're
too.
gonna lose.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Welcome back to another edition of Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football, presented by Fanatics Sportsbook with me, Jordan Schultz. Before we get into some Week 2 thoughts, have some tough breaking news throughout the day. Jaden Daniels is day to day. J.J. McCarthy will miss multiple weeks potentially. And obviously, Joe Burrow, that's the big one, will miss roughly 3 months. Going to have surgery, is dealing with a very painful turf toe. So significant injuries across the board, especially at quarterback right now in the National Football League. I want to get right into it. Mike McDaniel, Miami Dolphins, 0-2 Draymond. I don't know how they lost that game, but they did to the Patriots. It seemed like they did not want to win. You always say bad teams find ways to lose, but there is a serious disconnect right now between the Dolphins, the players, and Mike McDaniel. And if I'm a fan of this team or this organization, I'm not concerned. I am petrified because there is no direction. They're utterly rudderless with Mike McDaniel right now.
Listen, I'm a Mike McDaniel fan. I know Mike McDaniel personally. Yeah, he's definitely lost the locker room. They'll probably be 0-3 after the Buffalo game Thursday night. And I think for Mike, at that point, you probably almost welcome it, because one thing's for certain is even if this doesn't end up working out and Mike ends up out in Miami, Mike will get another job at some point in the NFL, and you don't really want this to go from bad to worse. So it'll probably be in everybody's best interest to move on if they end up 0-3.
On that note, Draymond, we're going to transition to Panic Meter with some big names that are looking a little shaky to start the season. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being chill out, 5 being need to panic, DEFCON super. I'll start with Minnesota and J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy has now been sacked 9 total times. 6 against the Falcons on Monday night was a really tough performance offensively for Minnesota. And then obviously with J.J. now hurt, they go to Carson Wentz. What's your panic level in Minnesota right now?
I think you have to be panicking. The reason you have to be panicking is the best time to win a championship or compete for a championship is when you have a great quarterback young. If you have a great quarterback young and they can't compete for championships young, it's going to be very hard to do once they are established, because the contracts get so big and you don't know. So now you got a big contract and you don't know how to win yet at this. And so with J.J. McCarthy, he's already now on the second year of his contract. He missed the whole first season. He's now in the second year of his deal, and he's about to miss at least 4 more games. And so you're missing time for him to get the cobwebs off, for him to learn the game, pick up the NFL game, and to be able to compete. Because if you remember, and it's not hard to remember, last year with Sam Darnold, Minnesota rolled, which means they have the pieces, Justin Jefferson, and across the board, they have the pieces to compete at a high level. And so right now is the time for them to do that. And A, if your quarterback can't stay healthy, B, if he continues to get sacked, which, listen, he's been sacked 9 times. And so I think the panic button has to be at least at a
3.5,
4.
4. Wow.
And the reason
high.
I say 4, again, I say 4 because you have to win young with these quarterbacks, and his young days is going to get behind him really fast.
Well, to that point, Chicago is 0-2. That's, of all the teams, that's the most disappointing to me, the Bears, because I really loved the Ben Johnson hire, and I wanted to believe, and I still want to believe, that Caleb, with Ben Johnson's tutelage, will figure it out and turn into the number 1 pick we all hoped he would be. He was sacked 4 times by the Lions. They gave up 52 points. They were awful on both sides of the ball. My panic meter for them is probably a 3.5. But I am very concerned specifically about Caleb because through 2 weeks, other than the first drive on Monday night, he has just looked, I'd almost argue he's regressed.
Put the panic meter up to a 5.
Okay.
And the panic meter needs to be up to a 5 not because I think Rome is built in a day. I know great things take time. So just thinking Ben Johnson's going to come in and change things overnight, that's not realistic. And that's why the panic meter is not why the panic meter is at 5, because I know in these things, they take time. The panic meter at 5 is for one reason and one reason only. Would you like to tell me the reason, or would you like me to tell you the reason?
Because of Caleb?
He's not the guy. And I've told you this over and over again. He's not a quarterback you want your organization following. The reality is that with the guys that you got on these teams, they're not going to follow him. If they don't follow you, they're not going to stand up and they're not going to protect you and they're not going to do for you.
What is it, Dre, about Caleb Williams that you don't like? Is it you just feel like he's not a leader? Is that essentially where you're at with him?
He's not a leader, and I don't think he does the things that he needs to do to get better. If you go back to his college career, he started off college great. He actually got worse as college went on because you're not doing the necessary things that it takes to get better, because you're not a leader. You're not a guy you think Caleb Williams go home at night after they lose a game and it really affects him? I don't. I'll go first. I don't think so. Do you think so? You think when they lose a game, he's watching the film over and over and over again, and he show up the next day and he's watched this game 4 or 5 times already. Do you think Caleb Williams is that guy?
You're saying that your read on him is that after a bad game like the loss to Detroit, which was horrific, that he doesn't go home and turn on the tape and say, here are the 5 worst things I did all day, and I got to fix this.
He's not a guy that's going to say, hey, man, it's on me. It's my fault. I have to be better, then go take the necessary steps to do that. They're not going to play for you. And if you're a leader and you can't get your teammates to play for you, you got nothing. So I think the panic meter has to be at a 5. The panic meter has to be at a 5 because I don't think he's ever going to figure it out to the number 1 pick, to the level of what you'd expect from a number 1 pick. I don't see.
How hard is it to? Well, they bring in Ben Johnson. I guess the question is, how hard is it to adjust, and how long did it take you guys going from Mark to Steve, and how long did it take for you to realize that Steve was the guy?
It didn't take us long. If you recall, we won the championship, Steve first year coaching. And then his second year coaching, we won 73 games. And his third year coaching, we won championship. And his fourth year coaching, we won championship again. So it didn't take us very long to figure out Steve was the guy. What I will tell you is in training camp, we thought Steve was out of his mind. He was talking about this ball movement offense, and Steph catch the ball, he's like, swing it! And we like, bro, that's Steph Curry, chill out.
He wanted Steph to swing it?
Clay catch the ball, swing it, move the ball on, you holding the ball too long. And I remember at some point throughout the first couple weeks of camp, I said, man, got a question. How are Steph and Clay supposed to get the shots? Because these are the guys that are supposed to get the shot. And he said, if you just move the ball will find who it's supposed to find. And when he put that concept out there, we started all right, and you start to play, and you're like, Steph is getting the shot where he should get it, And so that took a little while
to trust
to know completely, but not very long, but to know completely that Steve was the guy. I'd say the Memphis series, his first year, which is the second round. We went down, our backs were against the wall, and we didn't know. We hadn't been in that position before where you're supposed to win and you're back against the wall. And he was, what Chuck said, in the words of Charles Barkley, he was cool as a daisy. I mean, he was just like here.
So
like,
steady.
oh, we good. We just going to do this. Actually, guys, we're going to make this adjustment. They're not going to have an adjustment to this adjustment. And we'll be fine. We'll win that game. We'll go home, win the next one, come back. And I'm just like, okay. All right. And then we did exactly what he said. And then you knew like, oh, he's the guy. Steve Kerr is the guy. Like that's,
Well, I hope,
but it take time to figure that out. It took us a whole
Well,
season. Not that we didn't believe him the whole season, right? We were number one seed. We were winning games. It's not that we didn't believe that, like, we believe in our coach. But to just say, oh, no, he's the guy, it was that series. Like, oh, man, okay, he definitely the guy.
Well, I wonder if the Bears players are concerned about this, because it's not supposed to look like this if you're Chicago. It's just it's
I don't
supposed to
think
look
they're
much
concerned
cleaner.
about their coach, though. I'm telling you who that Bears players
They're
are
concerned about the player. Yeah.
The Bears players are concerned about their quarterback. And they have been since they drafted him. When he walked past Keenan Allen and acted like he didn't know who Keenan Allen was. Like, man, listen, the signs
I don't remember
been
that.
there.
What happened? He walked by him?
Last year, walked right past Keenan Allen. The signs have been there. He'll pull the clip, walk right past him, or something of that nature. Walk past him, didn't say what's up, act like he didn't. Something of that nature. Signs been there. They don't believe in their quarterback. It's not that they don't believe in Ben Johnson.
Well, another quarterback. I mean, the Bengals, to me, really unfortunate for so many reasons. They're 2-0, ironically, which it feels like they haven't been in forever. The last couple of years, horrific starts to the season, but at a big cost. I reported this last night. And then this morning we learned that it was confirmed. He's going to have surgery, Joe Burrow. He's going to miss 3 months. He could miss more. We really don't know exactly how long. But I will say this about Jake Browning. He will throw the football, and he will take chances, as you saw. He threw 3 picks, but he won the game and made some big plays. He
Listen, wait, time out. Didn't Jake Browning go to Washington?
Yeah, so I'm all in on him.
Is that why you're trying to act like Jake
I love
Browning
Jake the Snake.
is a real guy? Because he went to Washington? It's very clear you're being a homer right now. You're essentially about to try and make the claim that Jake Browning can continue on what this team is doing on this 2-0 path and continue on and like get this and keep this team in playoff contention. Like, what?
In the AFC, I think 8-9 is a playoff team. So I believe that he can play 500 football.
So essentially that put him at missing at least 11 games. You mean to tell me in week 14,
you don't think Browning
Jake
can go
Browning,
5-6?
In week 14, Jake Browning is going to have this team in playoff contention? Come on, man. No way. In a division with Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson,
and Joe Flacco.
And I mean, Shedeur Sanders by the time it matters, but that's a whole other story. I just don't. I'm not.
So your panic is a bona fide 5.
Oh, for sure. Now, when you got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, like you can have a couple days, but man, nah, nope. Panic button got to be high.
All right. How about the Chiefs?
Panic button is high. Panic button is 1 on the Chiefs.
Yes, finally, Draymond makes a good point.
So what? Panic buttons are 1.
Okay.
These guys are champions. They get it. They're 0-2, haven't played their best ball. Patty Mahomes is a leader. Patty know he played a bad game in week 2. Patty Mahomes gonna come out fire, and the Chiefs will probably win 6 in a row.
It's the first time they've been 0-2.
You'll look up, they 6-2, 6-3,
right,
and everybody's fine.
Yeah, first time they've been 0-2 since 2014. I never panic on anything Patty Mahomes ever.
No, and then Travis dropped some balls that Travis ain't gonna drop.
Travis. Rough. Yeah, that drop on the 1 that was the game. Yeah. Now that the alarm bells have been sounded, it's time for our favorite segment of the day: picks and parlays. But first, a quick word from our good friends at Fanatic Sportsbook. Football is unpredictable, but there's always a few guarantees. Some team will punt on 4th and inches to everyone's disappointment, guaranteed. A ref will blow a pass interference call, guaranteed. Here's another guarantee. Fanatic Sportsbook has the best offer this football season. If your football bet loses, new customers get up to $100 back in fan cash and can also get $10 to get $100 in fan cash. No one likes losing, but with Fanatics, you're still winning fan cash. Make the switch and download Fanatic Sportsbook, where every game day comes with a guarantee. Fanatic Sportsbook.
Winning hits different here.
Let's start with our 3-leg parlay. Thursday night, Miami heads to Western New York to play the Buffalo Bills. They are a 12-point dog. All of these lines presented by Fanatic Sportsbook and are live through our current recording, which is Monday, September 15th. The Bills, a massive favorite, 12-point favorite at home against the Fish. Draymond, what do you think?
Number one, I don't know how Miami gave that New England game away. And one thing I will always remind you of is bad teams will always find a way to lose. Never forget. Number two, 12 points is a lot of points to be favored by. In a division game, it's even more points that needs to be covered.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like division games are tricky.
But Miami
and 12
just looks
points in a division.
bad.
But Miami is such a disaster.
They are. They're
such a disaster. Oh.
Yeah. Think about that for a minute. The anytime touchdown that I really like is Josh Allen minus 114. Not only because he's Josh Allen, but because Miami has already given up 3 quarterback rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen minus 114. Also, Devon Achane plus 100. Those two are enticing to me. What do you think about those?
I'll take Josh Allen. I won't take Achane because I just cannot believe in Miami's offense.
Anything fish.
They can stack the box on Achane.
Yeah.
And test,
but he's so good in the passing game. That's how he scored against the Pats. And then finally, we're picking a milestone player prop. Josh Allen plus 225 passing yards. My concern with this is that
because they'll be running the ball.
The game gets out of hand, and then he doesn't have to throw the football.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Achane plus 50 rushing, which you obviously don't like. James Cook he's the number 1 running back in fantasy through 2 weeks. He's over under 60 rushing. Tyreek Hill 6+ catches.
Sign me up for James Cook.
James Cook over 60. Okay.
Over 60.
Okay. So to recap, I like the Bills minus 12. I think we're both in on Josh Allen anytime touchdown score. And then you like the James Cook 60+ rushing yards. I'll go with you with that.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'll also ride with you on the Buffalo minus 12. As much as I think that's a lot of points in this division game,
Miami's
a disaster.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I was surprised at your boy Dayball turning in Russell Wilson because I'm with you with Dart. But Russell Wilson had a throwback performance against the Dallas Cowboys, whose defense looks heinous.
Number one, I think, and as I said last week, there should have been no discussion after the game on whether Russell Wilson was starter this week or not. I think that's ridiculous. I also think it was ridiculous that down the stretch, Russ is making great plays and you sub Jackson Dart in for
what was that? That was so weird.
Even my 8-year-old son knows it's about to be a design run play. Like Dayball, I just didn't understand that, but I don't understand most things Dayball do.
The Jackson Dart, to cut you off really quickly, that little sub package was so. That's what you do like in college when you have a really athletic dude who's just a runner. Well, what are we doing? Russell's on a heater. And you're taking him out the game. It's like the Wildcat stuff. It doesn't make sense. I hated that. I mean, I just don't understand it. It's overcoaching.
That's not what you do in college. That's just not. That's what you do when you just have incompetence. And
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Dayball is clearly incompetent when it comes to coaching the game of football. Like, why
Dayball
would you
is.
do that? And
Yeah.
by the way, Russ threw the bomb, and Russ was yelling. I know Russ was yelling at Dayball. You have to be as a competitor. Like, bro, I just threw bombs and I'm killing, and you take me out and do that. Like, oh man, Dayball's
Russ was
trash.
Russ was okay. So you're saying as a player, you see Russ and he's throwing these moonball bombs. He's got neighbors, defense, can't hold a lead, and he's saying to Dayball, bro, like, why are you taking me out of the game for one play?
Come on, man. Why would you do that? You're making us like it's just more of a spectacle. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
All right, Draymond. Now it's time to go head to head with our picks against the spread. This is where bragging rights live. So against the spread, I just want to be very clear. I know it's early. I'm 5-2, and you are 1-6.
That's beautiful.
You are digging a deep hole. Last week I was 2-1. Last week you were 0-3.
When I dig my way out of the hole and go 3-0 this week, and 3-0 the following week, then what?
So I'm going to give you some games of interest this week. Again, these are current lines on as we record this Monday, September 15th on Fanatic Sportsbook. One of my favorite games of the weekend, Rams at Eagles. Both teams 2-0. Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite at home. I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, my issue with the Rams is the whole concept of keeping Stafford upright and just, as I would say, safe in the pocket, if you will, because the Philadelphia front, that's tough,
one of the
man.
best in the game. It's one of the best in the game.
You saw having Jalen Carter does for this defense, because obviously he didn't play really against Dallas, but against Kansas City, the impact that he made, he's dynamite. So that's why I like the Eagles, just because of the defense and specifically the pass rush and just the front for Stafford.
I can agree with that. I understand your thinking behind it, but the Rams always get them trouble. I think the Rams are going to be a little more upset that they let one get away in the playoffs and they were right there, and they're going to be thinking about that. And so I'll take the Rams. Plus 3.5.
Your Pittsburgh Steelers at New England. Pittsburgh is a 0.5-point favorite. I don't know why they put this on here. This is a game that I don't even want to touch. But since it's your team and I told you the Seahawks would beat them, I don't know how Pittsburgh can be favored on the road after what they just did. That doesn't make sense to me.
Listen, we had a bad week. We bobbled passes that turned into interceptions. We got to the red zone over and over again, came up with 3 points several times, didn't get points. Rough week, we're fine. No problem. I'm taking Pitt minus 0.5 point easily. And Seahawks won the game. Congratulations, whoop-de-doo.
How about this
game? It's not the end of the world.
Cowboys at Bears. Bears are a 1-point favorite, which is why I bring up this game, because for Chicago to be favored, that's tough.
As much as I hate to say this, I'll take the Cowboys.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, Monday night, Lions at Ravens. Baltimore's a 6-point favorite. They have now scored 40+ in 2 straight weeks. And Detroit has the number 3 scoring offense after hanging a 50-burger up against the Bears. That was impressive. I'm going to take the Lions +6 at Baltimore. Although, saying it out loud, Goff has always struggled against the Ravens. So I don't actually love that. That's a lot of points. I'm going to take the Lions, but it's not something I love.
It's a lot of points. I agree. I'm going to take Baltimore.
Yeah. And then Arizona, well, we actually hit 4 games already, now that I think about it. I was going to say Arizona at the Niners. I don't know if you got a chance to see the Cardinals the other day, but they did some crazy stuff. They were up like 27-3, and then it's all of a sudden, I turned the game off. It was terrible. And then all of a sudden, the Panthers are down a score, and they recover the onside kick. And then they're
Which is
driving
impossible
with the
to
shit.
do these things.
It's like, I think it's the second time. It is almost impossible. I will say this. Big theme for me throughout the first 2 weeks. Ibuka and Tetero McMillan, both of those rookie receivers have looked awesome. I'm really impressed with them.
Both of them.
Really impressed with them.
And not a rookie receiver, but Smith and Jigba is real.
Love him. And this was the year it was supposed to happen for him. Year 3, obviously no DK. He has looked the part after 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked real.
Yeah.
So, but yes, those rookies look great. No doubt about it. The rookies look incredible. But I think just young receivers in general, man, a lot of young, good receivers.
I'll leave you with this. This is a super random. This has nothing to do with the show other than I'm curious because it's on my mind. What are your top 5 all-time sports movies?
Top 5 all-time sports movie. Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Coach Carter.
Okay.
Is this like real sports stories or just like sports in general, like love and basketball?
Oh, that's definitely up there. Yeah, no, that
love
counts.
and basketball counts, right?
Has to.
Okay, love and basketball. Jesus. What movie is that?
He Got Game, of course.
All right, gotta have He Got Game.
That's 4.
And number 5,
The Legend of Bagger Pants. Awful film.
Number 5.
So you can always count on me to go crazy with some of this. Yeah, Coach Carter is not in my top 5. A good movie, but
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Love that movie. I would say number 5. This is Precious.
Can I give you maybe a potential? This is old school, but I would say Field of Dreams.
No chance. Field of Dreams. I love Field of Dreams for sure. It's a great classic film. Not in my top 5.
Okay, what about Major League?
Major League is great, but before I go Major League, I would go
Happy Gilmore?
A League of Their Own.
Oh, the girls' baseball. That's a good movie, bro. Tom Hanks.
Love that movie.
I do too.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's a great movie. You know, that's a sneaky number 5 for you. Just a sneaky, just snuck in there.
Hey,
I love that. Nice call. Really classy pick by you. I love that.
Man,
I love that. I'm gonna go. I'll go. I don't know if this is in order, but Titans is 1. Has to be 1. I would for sure put Happy Gilmore in there. I would have to put Field of Dreams in there. Okay. That's 3. And then I would probably go. I don't think I put He Got Game. Great movie, but it's a very flawed film for me. I don't think I put it in there. Damn. Tough. That's my stone cold 3, for sure.
You said 5.
Gridiron Gang.
You said 5.
I said 5. Yeah. You know what?
Gang?
You know. There's no. I gotta look this up.
Hoop Dreams.
Oh, Hoop Dreams. Yeah, for sure.
Blue Chips.
Hoop Dreams might even be 1.
Hoop Dreams is crazy.
That movie still resonates for me. That's my Mount Rushmore. We'll leave it at that. Because that movie
there it is.
That movie's unreal. That movie's unreal.
Help him out, Draymond. Myself a pat on the back.
Good job, Dre. What do you got these next couple of weeks before camp? You get time to yourself a little bit?
I'm headed to China.
Wow.
Tomorrow night for 4 days. And then we are going to have like a little team mini camp next week. And then that's it. And then I'm chilling. Take my training camp.
China is like that's not really a vacation. You're working.
I'm working like nonstop too. But it's great.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to China since, maybe 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I was just looking at the calendar to see how we're going to navigate that. We'll have to work around your schedule. Wait, so China for how long?
How long am I in China? I'm in
10
China
days?
for 4 days. So I'll be
4
back
days?
before the next recording. Yeah, I'll be back.
Damn, bro.
I'm back. I'm back
Private?
next
Are
Monday.
you flying Air Draymond?
I wish. I'm flying Cathay Pacific.
Okay. So China for 4 days, you're working the whole time. Then you come back, you get a couple weeks to yourself and then camp.
Yeah.
And at this point in the year, do you dread camp or not dread it, but like you're counting it down?
No, I don't dread it at all. No, because for me, I'm a part of it is like I love when the season starts because it puts me back into a routine,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the camp just kind of marks the start of that. But
yeah,
it puts me back into my routine. So I don't dread it at all. Like, and the thing is, it's not as if camp is something like super hard, like some super hard thing.
Yeah.
It's not. Like,
at this point, you
camp
know how
is
to
going
manage
to be,
it.
like so.
Okay, good stuff. All right, that's a wrap on episode 203 of Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football with me, Jordan Schultz. Draymond, any parting thoughts?
My parting thoughts are Pittsburgh will bounce back. My last parting thought is y'all mark it, book it right now. I'm 1-6 versus the spread. Jordan's 5-2. Watch what happens as this season rolls on. That's my parting thoughts. That's how we rock in. Until next time. Subscribe now on YouTube and follow us wherever you get your podcasts.